What if I told you that you could take burnt ends and make the most dope chili of all time? So guys, we're gonna get right to it. I have this leftover point that I didn't end up needing for something else, so I threw it in the freezer and I figured it was probably time to do something with it. We're just gonna cut it into rough chunks, get rid of that piece of fat. These don't have to be uniform, they don't need to look pretty, they just need to be chunks. Now if you want to know more about how to cook a brisket or how to cook burnt ends, I got videos on that and I'll throw those down in the description below. But here, we're just going to take what we have and we're going to chop it up. Now we're going to take our brisket and some of the fat from the pan that the brisket was in, and we're going to toss this all inside of our pot here. Don't be afraid of that fat, alright? Throw in some chili de arbol, the dried out kind, and then we're going to toss a can of black beans. I got these from Walmart. They can come from anywhere, it's fine. Guys, we really want to layer flavors. I want a Southwest vibe here, so I'm going to toss in some pinto beans. Not only do we want to go for depth, but we want to start building our spices here, so we're going to put those hot chili beans in. Guys, I love Rotel tomatoes, so we're going to use Rotel tomatoes, but again, we want depth, so we're going to use fire roasted. That's going to add some pepper flavors and notes to it without going over the top with spice here. Now we are going to step that spice game up. We're going to throw some diced tomatoes with habaneros. Again, those Rotel hot tomatoes. Fire, my dudes. Now it's time to get our first spice dump in. Now, we're going to start off with Mexican chili powder. We don't want the cheap crap powder. Get this stuff. It's good and it has a great flavor to it. We're looking for about 2 tablespoons here. Now we're going to get our crushed red pepper and we're going to throw about another tablespoon of that in there. Again guys, pepper flavor, spices are very important to your chili, so we're going to make sure that we layer those different flavors. Now we're going to get some of that saison seasoning and we're going to throw about another 2 tablespoons in our chili. And guys, this is where we drop some of that MSG right into this chili. Alright, I already know what you're going to say in the comments. There's nothing unhealthy about it. There's no evidence of that. If you don't want to use it, skip it. I'm going to use it because I like flavor. Now my friends, it's time for the holy grail of all seasoning. That Skull and Mortar original rub. We're going to put this in here. We're going to drop another 2 tablespoons. We want those barbecue flavors. It is burnt-in chili after all. Now I know some of you guys are going to think this is crazy, but we need to put about 2 tablespoons of that Beach Bum Barbecue original barbecue sauce in there as well. Now chili kind of gets a bad rap because people don't realize like what a good chili can really bring to the table. So we've layered in sweet, spicy, different beans, like a richness to the meat. We got some sweet in here. We got peppery notes that are hot. We got peppery notes that are mild. This chili is going to be fire. Mix it up very well. Get your smoker to 225 degrees and we're going to throw this chili on for about an hour and let those flavors marry themselves to each other. Alright guys, it's been an hour. It's time for spice dump number 2. Now we're going to drop about a teaspoon of the Mexican chili powder back into it. We're going to add about another teaspoon of that saison seasoning. It's important that you use these spice dumps to layer these flavors as far as intensity goes. Now we're going to want some more intense flavors, or we're going to want some lighter notes to accent them. Alright, we're going to throw about another tablespoon of that Skull and Mortar rub. And here we're going to drop some of the steak seasoning that I'm working on. It's got some large pieces of salt, pepper, garlic, onion. It's got some other seasonings in it as well, and that is really just going to help bring out the richness. And then for good measure, we're going to put about a teaspoon of white pepper in there. White pepper is great. If you guys aren't using it, you really should start messing with it. Now we got to make sure that we give it a good stir, and we're going to get it back on the smoker for another hour or so. And this is what our chili looks like, guys. It looks perfect. The meat is tender. The scent that comes off of it's amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this with some big chunks of onion. I like those strong onion flavors in my chili. And you know that I gotta make a mess, especially when it comes to the cheese. If you're not cheesing your chili and your table with some fresh mozzarella, I mean, what are you doing? Knock it off, loser. And then we bring it full circle and we drop that sour cream right on top. The only thing really left to do at this point is to taste it. And unfortunately, here's where it's going to become painfully obvious that I had audio issues. So we're just going to dub right over. And this is where I get this weird look on my face, and you can tell my hair looks stupid. And this chili's so good that I don't even care. It's legitimately fire. And while we all laugh at how goofy I am and, you know, looking dumb with my hair and forgetting to plug in microphones and whatnot, if you like this recipe, make sure you smash that thumbs up. If you didn't, smash that thumbs down. Leave a comment down below. And if you want to chat with me on Facebook, join the Grillin' Outlaws group. I'll be there and we'll be chatting. Make sure to check out skullandmortar.com for your spice and sauce needs. And remember guys, there are no rules in cooking. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be crazy. Experiment. Live your best life. Cook good. Eat good. I'll see you next week.